Good morning, guys. Today we'll see about what are the benefits of using Python as a programming language, and also we'll see what are the print statements that are how to use print statement that are present in Python, and also we will also have a look at variables. What are the rules to define variables in Python, and also we'll see what is a variable that can be called as global variable and what is a variable that can be called as local variable. Okay, so I'm opening Google Colab. So if you have a Gmail account, uh, you can have a Google Colab open, which supports okay, uh, which supports Python program. You have GPUs and DPUs. You can run machine learning algorithms in Google Colab as well. So I like to open Colab. So it will open a new tab for me. You can do this in PyCharm as well, but I mean yeah, I'll open a new tab here, new notebook. So this will allow us to write code in step by steps. That is why I'm preferring Colab initially. But for larger projects that require development and everything, we'll use PyCharm. And one more thing is for training the machine learning models, Google Colab is preferred. But to make a web application from the model that we have trained on artificial intelligence or deep learning, we should go back to PyCharm, okay, which supports the Flask environment. Okay, we can you can see the new features that are embedded here. You can start coding or you can also generate the code with AI as well. Okay, but initially we need to have the basic understanding of the syntax and logic. So, I mean, in order if the AI generates the code also, we need to able to if there are any small modifications that are to be done in the code, we need to have an idea about how the syntax looks, how the coding looks. Okay, so basically the syntax of Python is very simple compared to the other languages. Okay, it supports object oriented programming, and also it is very easy to read, and it has huge library support for machine learning, deep learning, and also the last past uh, 10 years or so, mm, frameworks like Flask and Django have been developed. So Python can be used as a multi-purpose programming tool. Earlier, Python is used only here and there, like to just for scientific computation purpose and everything. It's not used for designing web applications. Okay, nowadays with machine learning and deep learning and libraries that are available in Python, it become the number one programming language. In the past 2 years, it has been voted as the number one programming language. Okay, the very the good thing is like Python is easy to learn. Okay, but in order to have the understanding of machine learning and deep learning concepts, it requires a lot of time. Okay, we need to focus on the basics of Python, then only we can go and have our application developed using Python and deploy a machine learning application. So we'll start off with the basics. So the syntax, like if you see the syntax, I'll just increase the size of this. I already have increased it to 150 percentage. See, this is Google Colab, how it looks. You can rename it. So I can rename it like uh, day 2, 2 days. Now if I start something like print statement, okay, print of my name is sign up. Okay, So it will just print the code. It will just print whatever is in the inside the double quotes. Okay, so it is so this actually is connected to Google Compute Engine backend. So it's getting initialized. So once it's connected, so it will show you the details. It is connected. See here, it's connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine. So this is the result. So to print something, so this is a string. So inside double quotes, you have kept your name, the item which you need to print, or the data which you need to print is kept inside the double quotes, and it is wrapped around the print statement. Okay. So now let us see how to assign a variable. So variables in Python, they act as a storage. Okay, so when you assign a variable, that particular value will be assigned to that variable. Suppose you can assign a equal to 2, that means the value of 2, number 2, will be assigned to a. Okay, and if you have assign it to if you assign b to be Sai. Okay, so the value of the string is Sai, that is assigned to b. So you can have print of a and print of b. Okay, so if I do this and run, you will see these two statements. So the first line will assign the value of 2 to be a, the value of 2 into a. Okay, and the second one somewhere in the disk, in this disk. So by default it is offering me 26.31 GB disk. Okay, somewhere in that memory it will assign some bytes to me that will store this a value to be 2, and that will also store b value to be Sai. And when you print that, okay, the value is going to be printed. So that is fine with us. Now we'll see how to uh, yeah. So how can we declare variables? You can declare variables in various ways. There are cases like snake case is there. Okay, camel case. Okay, snake case is like everything is capital. Okay, camel case is like first letter is, so I'm okay, variable should be like camel case. So first letter is small, whereas the other things are okay, uh, like this. And you have Pascal case. Pascal case is something like Pascal case. I guess this is Pascal case. You can check over there what is Pascal case. Okay, you can follow any of those notations. Okay, you can see Pascal case, everything is capitalized. Okay, camel case, first one is small. These are variable names generally preferred. Okay, snake case, Pascal case, generally like for defining the variables, Pascal case and snake case are preferred. Camel case is preferred for the classes. We can use any of the cases. So this is how you can see that Pascal case will be something like this. So first letter underscore k, second letter, and camel case will be the first word of the letter, the first word, the first word in the entire word will be in small, whereas the second word will be, I mean, the second word in the second word, the first letter will be capital case, okay, uppercase. So snake case, you can see that the first letter of the first letter of the first word and the first letter of the second word are capitalized. So you can follow any of these things. Okay, recommended practice is generally like you should not start the variable name with number. Okay, so this is not going to work. Okay, if I, you can see the red mark. Okay, you can have. Okay, Sai 1. This will work. Okay, variable name should not start with a number. Remember that. Okay, I'm writing here. Okay, if you want to write comment, okay, comment means that line of the that line will not be executed. Okay, variable name should not start with number or special character. Okay, and one more thing is variable should not have space gaps ఉండకూడదు. So gap should not be there. Sai and followed by, if I keep it as a if you give space, you can see it is automatically detecting the error. Okay, special characters also should not be there in the starting. So at the rate is a special character, so it will not take or dollar also, it will not take as a, I mean, like special characters will not be considered. Okay, special characters will not be considered. You can see the red line over there. So this is not a valid variable name. Okay, so variable name should not start with number or special character. That is one thing. And second thing is variable name should not variable name should not have white spaces. Okay, white spaces should not be there. Okay. See this one. Uh, Special characters can be in the middle. Okay, middle. It should not have any special characters. It okay. At the start, it should not have numbers. Special characters should not be there at any part. Okay, should not start with number or special character. Okay, it should not have special characters in the name, in the variable name. Okay, underscore can be used, right? Okay, special characters cannot be used, but underscore can be used. Okay, so you can see that my underscore name. Okay, this can be used. Sai. Okay, so if I have my at the rate name equal to Sai, you can see that it is in red mark. That means this is not a valid variable name because you have special character in between. It is showing error. Okay, so special character should not be used anywhere. Okay, so these are the restrictions with respect to the variable names. Okay, fine. How will you write a print statement in Python? So print statement, suppose a simple addition I will do, a equal to 3, directly assigning. You did not define. Python automatically assumes, if you give the number, it will assume it to be integer type. If you give the string, it will automatically assume to be string type. Data types. Okay, data types we will study again. So a equal to 3, so it is numerical data type, so it will automatically assume to be integer. So a equal to 3, b equal to 4. If I print type of them, print of type of is a keyword to know what is the type. So type of a, right? Type of a, because three value is stored. So both of them should return int, class int, right? Okay, see this, class int, that is their type. Okay, fine. I'll hash, so control plus / will comment automatically. So now I'll just add them a plus b. Okay, So how to print them? So I want to print, okay, sum of 3 and 4 is 7. That is what I want to print. So how can I do that? So sum of, okay, 3 and sum of 3 and 4, that I should print. I mean automatically, as the, okay, if you change the a value and b value also, it should come here. So for now I'll keep 3 and 4 is, okay, 7. This is what should be printed. But if the value of 3 and 4 changes, it should, that changes should reflect here. So for which you have various ways. One way of doing it is with fstring, okay, which is recommended. And here you will have a flower bracket, and the value of a will be called here, and here the value of b will be called, and here the value of c will be called. So the value of a is 3, the value of b is 4, the value of c is 3 plus 4 is 7. That will be called here. Okay, if I run this one, you should see sum of 3 and 4 is, sum of 3 and 4 is 7. See, you don't have gap here because after and I did not place a gap. Okay, 3 and 4 is 7. Okay, the same result I can print in another way also. Okay, so how can I do that? So I will have the same thing without use of f string. How can I print? Okay, this is called f string. You have to place f in front, then only it will represent a, then it will return a value of a. Okay, if you don't place f in front of the starting double quotes, it will be like sum of whatever is there inside the string will be printed. So if you place f string, so inside the brackets, that values will be retrieved from whatever is defined in the above lines of code. Okay, f string should be placed. Okay, that is good. So another way of doing that, so the same thing without use of f string, how can I do that? So without use of f string also you can do that. So what you need to do is you need to separate. Okay, so separate and directly write outside. Okay, so I'm separating all the things. Okay, values are kept outside the double quotes, strings are kept inside the double quotes, right? Is, so I'll add them up with plus operator. Okay, that will result in string concatenation. Okay, string concatenation. So this is what, so yeah, I guess yeah, here double quote is not required. Yeah, you can see this is fine. So it will print everything without gaps, you can see that. So a place, something is wrong. Okay, so now you have, I mean, you cannot compare, so I'll change it to str. Okay, only two strings can be concatenated. So I'll change the values of this. The strf will actually change this 3 to string type of 3. Okay, now it will print. So it will have sum of 3 and 4 is 7. Okay, you can see there are no gaps. So in order to have gaps, you can have spaces, space, 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 and space. Sorry about that. Space, and you can have column. Now if you run that, sum of 3 and 4 is 7. Perfect. So instead of using all these things, if you go with f string, that is a logical way of doing that. I mean, that is a simplified way of doing that. You can do, you can either you can do it in anything. So before this, actually I need to tell the concatenation. So you have seen what will happen if a and b are added, because they both are numerical types. Both gets added and the value of that addition is reflected in the output. Suppose uh, if two strings are, okay, added, okay, that is not called adding there, that is called as concatenation. So how can, see, suppose I have a first underscore name, the variable is, and it is Sai inside the double quotes, and I have last name which is Nag. Okay, so now I need to full name, I need to get full name. Okay, so full underscore name, okay, is equal to, I'll just add them. Okay, I mean, I will. This is not called addition. This is called concatenation. If you do it with the strings, okay, first name plus last name. Okay, so what will this give is, it will concatenate Sai and Nag. Okay, so if I do with that, okay, if I go with that and I print full name, print of just the full name, you can see Sai Nag is printed. If I put Sai Baba, okay, Sai Baba will be printed. So first name gets concatenated with last name if you are using them with strings. That is fine. Now we'll see about, okay, how to change the data type. Okay, we have integer, floating point, string, right? So suppose I have given a equal to double quote of 3, okay, b equal to double quote of 4. Okay, if you check the type, because they are inside double quotes, okay, if I check type of a, because they are inside the double quotes, it will give the string. Okay, the type to be string. Anything inside double quotes will be given. Okay, type of is the keyword to check the data type of the variable. Okay, type of b, both should come to be string, right? So I can use like a is equal to int of a. Okay, otherwise I can, yeah, a equal to int of a, b equal to int of a. This is called typecasting. We are converting the string value into integer value. So int of a will convert this string into integer value. And now if you print after applying int of, you will have the class to be class int. Okay, suppose I print, instead of type of b, I will print a and b. You can see that double quotes will get removed. Okay, instead of printing type, I'll print b. Okay, I'll print both of them. Okay, before conversion and after conversion, after casting and before casting. Yeah, initially 3 4, later also 3 4. Okay, but, okay, what is the issue? Okay, in Python, okay, suppose that a equal to 3, b equal to 4. Okay, now you have made c equal to a plus b, and now you are printing c, c equal to a plus b, that's not in the double quotes. So what will be the result of this? It is not 7, it will be 34, because this is taken as a string, this is taken as a string. So it will add string 3 with string 4. and it will give you the result as string 34. Okay, so it results in concatenation. Okay, so instead of that you want to give the result, so you can convert them int of a plus int of b. You can see that int of a will convert the string 3 to number 3 or integer 3, and this one will be converted to number 4. 3 plus 4 will give 7. Yeah, this is how Python works. Okay, so next thing, you can also make them like a equal to 3, b equal to 4, right? So the last cell you have assigned, right? So what I'll do here is I will make float, so it will assign a decimal value to that. Okay, you are applying float to a and you are assigning that float value again into a itself. Okay, b equal to float of b. So I'll print a, print b. So can you guess the output? Okay, actually a value is double quotes 3, which we have defined here. I mean, the last cell we have defined now, that it will consider. Okay, this is the recent declaration, right? So this is 3 and this is 4, that is in the string format. So if you apply float, if you apply int, what will happen? It will become 3 and a will become 3. Okay, you are applying uh, a particular function or particular typecasting and again assigning that value into the a itself. Same with the case of b also. So now what you have to do here is, uh, instead of int I have placed float. What will happen? Okay, it will also take the decimal values. Okay, so if I print a and b, 3.0 and 4.0 will be printed. Okay, so it will allow decimal values also to be printed: 3.0, 4.0. I mean, like instead of like you don't have 3, like if you have 5 and you have something like this. Okay, then integer value will result in error. You can see that invalid. So now you have to do float of, okay, to add them, because integer data type will not support decimal points. So float of. Okay, so first of all, what will happen is the string values will get converted into floating point. Okay, and then gets added. Floating of a will make double quotes 3.5 to be 3.5, and float of b will make double quotes of 4.6 to be 4.6, and both of those things gets added and we are printing that, so it will be 8.1. Okay, so this is okay. Today what we have learned is the basic Python syntax, the basic print statements. Okay, like how to typecast that data into various forms. I will learn about various data types again in the coming lectures. Okay, but we have known, because we know that there are fundamentally like integer, floating point, and some data types like complex will be present in Python. Okay, so how to I mean string data type, how to typecast, how to convert data in one form to another form using typecasting we have seen, and the application of it. Like if the numbers are in string format, you cannot add them. If you add them, or concatenation will happen, and it will not give the correct result. So the numbers inside the strings have to be converted into suitable data type format by using typecasting, and then only they can be added using arithmetic operators. Operators also we'll have a separate session. Okay, we'll have separate session on operators, we'll have separate session on data types. Okay, this is the introduction of how the variables are there in Python, how to define variables, what are the rules that you need to follow while assigning the variables in Python, and also how how many types of print statements, how to print the particular thing. Okay, using uh, Python. Print statements also we have seen. Okay, we'll have a look at what are the topics that are to be covered. Okay, and then with this we'll wind up our session.